gay men specifically, gay, bi, trans, those were all, their whole umbrella term was men who sleep with men, because they believed it was a gay pandemic. And what groups of people tried to help the marginalized group? I couldn't really find an exact article outright stating who helped them, but my guess was the CDC, since the deaths were growing a lot. It was like 803 after like the first few months, and then it was like over 7,000 within the next 3 to 4 years. And the president was not doing anything at all because of this. He only mentioned AIDS after 4 years or 5 years after the first case, and he didn't do anything. He just kept denying its existence, that, or just making jokes and towards gay men. It was honestly awful to watch that interview. Okay, what group of people are barred from blood transfusions? Just the same, like the quote-unquote men who sleep with men were barred from donating blood because of the whole sick mentality. And honestly, anyone could get AIDS. It's not just men, it could also be women. It's transferred through saliva, through blood, through any bodily fluid. And they didn't really know that back then, and they only blamed it on who they thought was responsible. I don't really see the rationale behind it. I know that they didn't really fully understand it, but the fact that they just jumped to conclusions was not something that's okay in any sense. And it's just truly bad to think how people can blame someone so harshly. How has the betrayal and coverage of transgender people and the issues in the media? I haven't really seen any news stories on trans people. I usually see them at, like, for example, in a TV show, and usually they kind of use it as a butt end of a joke, and that's not okay at all. I obviously change the channel, but the news coverage of them is never really particularly good, to say. And it's usually, if there's a news story on it, it's about how they were horribly beaten because of who they are. Now, what can we do to decide to ensure that people are treated with respect and dignity? Well, we could be more open, and we could try understanding people versus just judging them because of who they are, or if they're different opinions than us. And, you know, this stuff is not okay. We need to educate ourselves about other people's struggles and, like, empathize with them and not just completely judge them.